Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be discussing about three companies: Sula Vineyards, Relaxo, and Polycab India. Okay, and there are other three companies: Asian Paints, ADF Foods, and Gopal Snacks, which I'll be discussing in another video. Okay, so first let us start with Sula Vineyards. So what does Sula Vineyards do? Just from the name itself, we understand these people manufacture and they sell wines. If you look at their most of their revenue category, it comes from manufacturing and selling their own wines and not a third-party brand. When you talk about their own wines, also there are two categories. One is the premium category and the economy category. Okay, and the premium category contributes right now 75% versus 71%, which was last time. And the company has been very open about the fact that like they want to grow only and only in premium category, because वो economic category जो होता है, which is the which is like below 500, below 700 rupees का जो wine वो बिकता है, and premium are those above 700 category. So in this below 500 category, there's a lot of pressure in terms of margin, because there's a lot of competition, and even in this competition their competitors give a lot of discount, so it is not marginally accretive for them. So that is what their focus has been. But one thing about Sula Vineyards is we've seen that over the last few quarters, we saw after especially the Vips ka issue that happened, there was this news that Vips will get revoked, but now Vips is again back. But there was this after that we've seen that the pace of growth for this business has come down, because once upon a time Sula was a 20-25% ka volume growth engine, right? I believe there was one Q3 where the volumes grew by 24% also. And now you see the revenues that is I'm talking about Q4 versus Q4. You see that the revenue has hardly grown by like 6.9%. The profits have degrown, by the way. The profit is down by 4.3%. And the volumes that we talk about, the volume is in single digit growth, that is 7%, right? So the question comes like, why would anyone want to pay like 48-50 times earning for a hardly single digit volume growth, right? So result has not been that great. And even if you look at on a QOQ basis also, right? Because Q3, although it is a very strong season for all this wine and alcohol, especially for wine industry because of Christmas and other New Year celebrations, we saw that Q3 wasn't great for them because they faced a lot of problems. Maharashtra mein there was no demand, which is their main market. Goa mein they had, there was a delay with licensing they had received, and all these beaches and shacks were having some licensing issue. As a result, on the retail side, you see that the wine didn't grow at that same pace. So from Q3 we saw there was an expectation that Q4 would be better because base bhi utna hi kam tha, and there wasn't any significant change on Q3. But unfortunately that has not been the case with Sula even in Q4. So the pace of growth continues to become lower and lower for the business. Now talking about the capex plans, you're seeing that the capex is being done only in terms of their tourism business. So they also have a wine tourism business where it is like you can go to their vineyard and stay either for a day, or you can book a stay for a long period of time and experience that entire culture. How do you make wines and everything. So here also, if you see last, I do not remember exactly which quarter, but they had increased the number of rooms in their Nashik stay, and now you're seeing they have acquired a resort near one of their wineries, right? And they want to expand it. So this is one, and this will be ready by 2025. They've opened a wine tasting room, like a standalone wine tasting room near the Nashik airport also. And the last one is they've acquired this company called GD Wines near Gujarat, right? It is probably like 50 kilometers away from Gujarat, and they've acquired this GD Wines, and they plan to expand. Abhi GD Wines is hardly around 150 square feet. They want to expand it to around 3,500 square feet and start with this wine production over there and wine tourism over there. So one thing you're seeing is like unka jo zyada se zyada focus over the last 2-3 quarters is towards this wine tourism, which is hardly 8% of their business, and there is no they're not seeing any improvement in terms of selling wines, the volume growth over there, which is the majority part of the business, right? So either ways, I do not want to discuss further on is when the volume growth is hardly 7%. Now let us talk about Relaxo. Okay, so Relaxo, as usual, even right now, nothing great, because the revenue is hardly up by 2 revenues are not up. Sales is down by 2.3% on a year-on-year basis. अगर आपका उनका volumes जो देखते हो, right, which is the number of chappals that they sell. Last year it was 5.2 crores pairs, and this year it is 5 crores. So you can see that we are seeing that volume का degrowth भी यहाँ पे, right? And also even PAT also has not, it's hardly flat again. So there is nothing to talk, क्योंकि पहले तो all these quarters after the COVID and entire thing, we saw that the volume growth growth was affected because उनका raw material का inflation था, demand नहीं था. Then what happened? Raw material का inflation got down, but since they had bought this inventories at a very high price, they again couldn't get that benefit of like raw materials का price घटने time also. Then what happened? They increased the price, but when they increased the price, the market never accepted their products, right? So ultimately, to improve the volume growth, they had to take a price correction. They had to get the price down to grow the volumes. So and now also you're seeing, in spite of it, again at least the last 2 quarters, last 3 quarters we've seen in this year, there was a volume growth. A price correction, like the volume growth was on the back of like reducing prices, but still there was some volume growth. But this quarter we're again seeing like a degrowth in volume on a year-on-year basis. So again, right, the other thing is like, why would I buy such an expensive business? एक business जो 100 I think it is trading at like 100x 100 PE, right? And why would I pay 100 PE for a volume का degrowth होने वाला business? Doesn't make sense. I think this is probably one of the most expensive footwear stocks, like where there is no growth, but वहाँ पे valuations जो है because of EPS का, EPS falling, valuation वहाँ पे full के बैठा है, right? Then the last one we have is Polycab India, right? So Polycab India, again, great set of numbers, right? Absolutely nothing to complain here also about. If you look at the entire wire and cables business जो था, right? KEI जो है, which is another player in this business, that grew its sales by around how much? Yeah, that grew its sales by 18%, whereas Havells grew it by 11%, okay? And Polycab यहाँ पे आके तगड़ा 29% का growth करते हैं, so 50%, almost 50% more than the likes of KEI, right? So overall a great set of numbers. I'll just give you the detail numbers. अगर आप देखते हो revenue has increased by 29% on a year-on-year basis, और PAT जो देखते हो, PAT भी उसी rate से grow किया है, around 29%. So you will see there is like a bit like operating leverage उतना सा नहीं मिला, ठीक है? QOQ अगर आप देखते हो, QOQ also the revenue has grown by 27-ish odd percentage, and जो PAT has grown by 31%. So a very good growth you can see both on a QOQ basis as well as year-on-year basis. Another thing that is there is last quarter जो था, they had faced a little bit of issue because of this Red Sea crisis. Because of that, the international sales जो है, right, it was a bit impacted, although international sales is contributing 8 to 10%, but still. But now that Red Sea crisis is getting better, a little bit better for them, so you are seeing a QOQ uptick on that because of that, because the international sales grew 60% on a QOQ basis. And the other thing was last quarter जो है उनका जो FMEG business है, which is the electrical goods, fast moving electrical goods, just like your lights, fans and other equipments that are there, that degrew by 15% on a year-on-year last quarter, right? And there was a lot of problems, there was a lot of challenges, especially with fans. यहाँ पे क्या हुआ है, the government had come and changed the compilance, right? And as a result, all the inventories, there was a lot of dead inventories. They have to get accustomed to the new rules and regulations and everything, right? And on top of that, there was always this weak demand because consumers are not willing to buy only. But fortunately, this time the same FMEG business that grew by 17% on a year-on-year basis. Again, both of the challenges that we faced last quarter has improved over here. As a result, you're seeing the top line also grew by around 29% on a year-on-year basis. So overall, I would say a great set of numbers. That's that. उनका वायर एंड केबल अगर आप देखते हो, इवन दैट हैज़ ग्रोन बाय ओवर 19% ऑन ईयर. द ओनली थिंग इज लाइक थोड़ा सा ऑपरेटिंग लेवरेज मिस हुआ है, बट other than that, if you see, out of all the 3 players, KEI, this and Havells, Polycab comes as a winner here. और कौन से RR Cable, but RR Cable का अभी तक रिजल्ट नहीं आया है, so can't comment on that. But yeah, even the ROE, if you see, ROE जो था, it was 19% last year, same quarter, and now in this Q4 the ROE is around 21.8%, right? So ROE also has improved, and like I tell you, ROE is ultimately a combination of 3 things, right? Asset turnover, आपका margins and आपका financial leverage. यहाँ पे अगर आप देखते हो उनका कोई भी debt नहीं in terms of long term or short term borrowings. It's very managed, very it's not increased or decreased. So here the entire ROE is improving on basis of 2 things. One is the volume as well as better pricing, like good pricing power they have with their products, right? So all of it has given the boost. The last thing about Polycab, I would say, is regarding the IT issue, the tax issue that happened. One is, again, the management has been coming every time jab ye issue hua tha, they came and they gave this update on the BSE telling ke like we haven't got any notification from the IT department. And also in the last call also they mentioned the same thing ke like we are cooperating with the department, and but we have not received any notification from them. And similarly, even on the ministry department where that issue or the circular was there, the name is not given. So I think from these things I would refrain from commenting at the end of the day, because I believe there are at times there are only certain things that an investor is, certain informations you get and you have to just ball with it. It all comes down to, I think, you as an individual. Ultimately, do you see this as a risk, or do you see like when IT raid happens, I think a lot of people see it as a risk, as an issue of corporate governance, and like exit from that holding, whereas some other people can see like, oh, it is an opportunity if there is growth, and they go ahead because prices fallen over there and they look at it as an opportunity to buy more. So I think that completely depends on you as an individual. Like, how do you look at IT raids and taxes? Do you think it's a big corporate governance issue or not, right? So it comes on that. But from a business perspective, of course, Polycab has done like fab, literally like exceptional and good set of numbers, I would say. So I wouldn't say exceptional because there is operating leverage missing here, but overall a great set of numbers. So that's it about Sula, Relaxo and Polycab India Limited. The next video will be talking about ADF Foods, Asian Paints and Gopal Snacks. And that's it for today. Bye.